So you want to start a business. I love that for you. I really do. Because being an entrepreneur is a great way to explore your creativity, to discover your strengths and your passions, and it's your best shot at financial freedom, which as a true millennial is one of my goals, and I want that for you too. Running a small business is difficult. It takes a lot of time, commitment, effort, blood, sweat, and tears, all of it. But don't worry, I got you. If you follow the steps in this video, you'll be setting yourself and your business up for success. Let's get right into it. Step 1, define your why. Yes, it sounds a little cheesy, but please don't skip this step. This why is what's really gonna get you through the rough times and get your company to succeed. 20% of the businesses started here in the US fail within their first year. Of the survivors, 80% of them don't make it to their 5-year. And of those, only 35% actually see their 10-year anniversary. Your why can be as simple as I want supplemental income to pay off my debt, or it can be as deep as I want to revolutionize the way people look at soaps or marketing or whatever your industry might be. Don't worry, your why can change, and it will change. When I started my first business, I was in year 1 of my PhD program, and my why was to make supplemental income to actually be able to survive, right? I didn't want to choose between paying rent and paying for good food. So I decided to start a business so that I can supplement my income. Now, 5 years later, I'm putting that PhD to work and I'm a full-time engineer. My why has definitely changed from survival to now potentially buying a home someday or also paying off my debt. Your why is also important because it's gonna define what kind of business you build. If you are hating your job and you're wanting to get out of there as soon as possible, maybe that'll guide a type of business that'll create revenue way sooner than others, and perhaps maybe not your full passion, but you know that why is strong enough to get out of that job that will make you successful. But maybe you are okay with your job right now, you have comfortable income, and you just want to explore your creativity. Then you can really, broaden the type of business that you can build. So your why is super important to also defining what type of business you're going to start. My name is Mari Cruz, entrepreneur, environmentalist, and engineer. I started 3 businesses during my PhD, 2 of which I'm still running as a full-time engineer. So in this channel, I show you how to start and grow your small business successfully and sustainably. Step 2, figure out how much time you're willing to put into the business. Notice I didn't say figure out how much time you have, but how much time you're willing to put into the business. What I would suggest and what I did was to create a time log and kind of keep track of your time for a week or 2 weeks or even maybe a month, just to get an idea of where your time is going. Then you can really pick and choose what you're willing to give up for your business and what you're not. This will also dictate what type of service or product you're going to build. If you find out that you only have 4 hours a week to dedicate to this business, you're not going to offer 5-hour workshops or 5-hour yoga classes each week, right? What I found out is that I was actually spending way too much time on YouTube and Instagram, and all of that time, and I'm talking hours every day, I could be spending on my business. So I did. Step 3 is customer discovery. Please don't skip this step. So many people skip it. But your business will fail if it doesn't sell. And you won't sell if you don't know who your customer is. So what can this look like? Well, attend networking events, create polls, talk to people, and figure out what they're responding to and how they're responding to it, and who is responding to it.
Who are you?
That's even more important, right? Just a heads up here, your friends and family may not be your customer. They're not your target market. So make sure you go to networking events that align with the industry you're trying to get into, or maybe markets, farmers markets and other types of markets in your town can be a great way to talk to other entrepreneurs, to talk to other customers, and see what they actually want. I'm gonna be your tough friend here and say that just because you made a really cute crocheted beanie doesn't mean that people want to buy it. I'm sorry. You have to find out who wants to buy it, and exactly where you can sell it. Okay, step 4 is probably the least fun. Step 4 is to get the logistics down. First up, start a DBA. If you're gonna be serious about your business, make it serious. Go down to your city council. Here in San Diego, it's $45 to start your DBA. You can start with any name. By the way, DBA stands for doing business as. So do business as whatever. It could be your name and then products. Maricruz's products. Christina's consulting. It really doesn't matter. You can change this at any time, and you can also incorporate at any time. So just because you're starting a DBA doesn't mean you can't in the future have an LLC or a C Corp or whatever. Go start a DBA so you can start taking your business seriously. Once you have this DBA, you can start a business checking account. This is so important. Please separate your personal from your business. This is gonna make your life way easier in tax season, and you're gonna be able to reap some of these benefits of being a business owner when it comes to taxes. Lastly, go set up all your domains. So go buy your website name. If you have a name or even your temporary name, go find the .com, .net, whatever you want to do. It's really cheap. It's usually like $10, $15 per year. So even if you end up changing it, no problem. Also, go get the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, any of the other social medias that you might want to get. Make sure you go secure those with your business name. Step 5 is to build your MVP. Yes, finally we get to make our product or our service that we're going to give to our customers. Minimum viable product is literally what it sounds like. What is the minimum you can get away with to actually sell? If you have a product-based business, go ahead and start with 1 to 3 products and see how people react, which one they like, which one they don't like, before starting to make a whole line of 15 products. Don't make the same mistake I did. I did that at the beginning of Menos Waste. It used to be a product-based business. I made so many products and ended up selling really only 2 of them. And now I'm stuck with a bunch of inventory.
Oh my gosh!
For the other ones. And here we are 4 years later, but learn from my mistakes. At this point, I would suggest giving your services for free if you can, and also giving away your product for free if you can. The reason for this is because you're so early on in your business that any data that you get from your customer is super valuable, and all this data you can use for the next step. Step 6 is to start selling. Yay! Finally made it to that point where you can actually start making some money. To do this, you're gonna have to pick a platform. So whether you're selling online or selling in person, where are you going to do that? Are you gonna sell on Etsy? Are you gonna sell at physical actual markets in person? Are you gonna do consignment? All of these things you have to figure out. That's what I call choosing your platform. For this step, I would suggest starting small and starting slow. Don't go and get yourself on a wholesale website like Fair to start, because you don't know if your product or your service is actually going to work as you think it will, you know? So start small and then grow from there. And finally, step number 7 is to grow sustainably. What I mean by this is don't try to do it all at once. Don't try to please everyone. Don't try to grow super quickly. It's not gonna work. You're gonna burn yourself out and you're gonna make your business fail. To avoid burnout, I would suggest going through steps 1 through 6 again, as often as you need to keep your mental, emotional, and physical health strong.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
Especially step number 2, where you figure out how much time you're willing to put in. Maybe as you're into your business, you find out that actually I don't want to give up cooking at home in order to give 1 more hour to my business. And so maybe you have to switch things around, or maybe you decided, you know what, that hour of therapy was actually necessary and I want to go back to that instead of dedicating it to my business. All of these things are kind of a cycle, right? You don't have to decide one thing and stick to that for the rest of your life or for the rest of the business life. you can change things and you can grow and ebb and flow as much as you need to. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you follow these steps to set yourself and your business up for success. Let me know down below which step you think will be the hardest for you. I'm super interested to see. Hey, I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm really excited for you. And until next week, don't forget, Poquito goes a long way. Bye.